think the Lone Star State is all rodeos and skyscrapers? Beneath the neon glow and towering oil rigs, a shadow network of over 27,000 men and women survives in tent cities hidden behind freeway pillars and under dim streetlights. These are mothers cradling children in threadbare blankets, veterans haunted by memories of war, and workers priced out of the very neighborhoods they helped build. This isn't a statistic. It's a story with 19.6 million people spread across 700. Tonight, as the Texas sky bleeds orange and purple, tents sprout like silent verdicts on failed promises. From Houston's crowded shelters to Austin's fringe encampments, the crisis is as real as the music echoing through honky-tonks. Ready to peel back the curtain on the state's best-kept secret? Let's walk the line between opportunity and despair, and uncover why Texas's prosperity rings hollow for so many. These hidden communities demand more than sympathy. They demand solutions rooted in empathy. The harsh reality of homelessness in Texas. Each January, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's point-in-time count lays bare a stark truth. In 2023, 27,377 Texans experienced homelessness, 13% more than the 24,276 recorded in 2022. Of these, 15,188 were unsheltered, forced to sleep in cars, abandoned buildings, and tent encampments, a 15% jump from the prior year. The chronically homeless cohort, those without stable housing for a year or more, reached 9,854, up 8% since 2022. In Houston, the nation's fourth-largest city, a record 5,842 unsheltered individuals huddled beneath I-45 overpasses, while 10,412 people cycled through crowded shelters. Families with children composed 22% of that total. In Harris County alone, 2,345 minors were counted as homeless. Over 2,415 veterans promised safe housing via HUD VSH vouchers still languished on waiting lists that stretched 6 months or longer. Dallas told a similar story, 3,120 unsheltered people carving out tent communities under I-35, alongside 6,250 in emergency shelters. Service workers, bartenders, retail staff, janitors faced rent increases of 50 to 70% since 2019, pricing many out of their own neighborhoods. In San Antonio, encampments clustered along the Trinity River levees, where only 5% of new housing units are affordable to those earning under 30% of the area median income. Here, 2,105 unsheltered residents lived alongside 4,300 in shelters and transitional housing. Eviction filings spiked 25% after the 2022 winter freeze, sending dozens more into unstable living situations. Medium-sized cities also saw troubling trends. Beaumont's unsheltered count jumped from 229, 2022, to 552, 2024. While Fort Worth recorded 1,120 unsheltered people juggling makeshift camps beneath freeway ramps. Rural counties, many without public transportation, struggle to reach the nearest shelter. 17 counties report 0 seasonal or year-round beds. The Lone Star State's booming skyline casts long shadows, and until we grasp the full magnitude of this crisis, true solutions remain out of reach. Next, we'll unpack the root causes driving these numbers skyward and reveal why millions more Texans could be at risk. 2. 3 cities. 1 crisis. Houston. As Texas's largest city, Houston bears the brunt of the state's homeless surge. Downtown shelter lines snake around blocks and under the Gulf Freeway overpasses. Tent cities thrive in plain sight. Skyrocketing rent, up over 60% in 5 years, forces families out, while a fractured mental health system leaves many with nowhere to turn. Veterans, promise support through HUD VSH vouchers, often face 6-month waitlists. Outreach teams report that sweeps clear camps only to push people deeper into surrounding neighborhoods. Dallas. In the shadow of gleaming uptown high-rises, Dallas's riverfront and West End districts hide growing encampments under Interstate 35. The city's rapid growth has driven low-income workers to the margins. Service industry staff simply can't keep pace with the cost of living. Emergency shelters operate at full tilt, and many parks are off-limits at night, leaving those turned away to fend for themselves. Fragmented data reporting means Dallas County undercounts unsheltered residents, masking the true scale of its crisis. San Antonio. Known for its historic missions and vibrant riverwalk, San Antonio struggles to balance tourism and human need. Camps cluster near Trinity River levees where public services are scarce. A shortage of affordable housing, only 5% of new units priced for those earning under 30% of area median income, keeps demand for temporary shelters constant. Substance use support is limited, and eviction rates spike after weather-related disasters, plunging more people into homelessness. Across all 3 cities, the pattern is clear. Booming economies and rising skylines coexist with growing tent communities, overstretched shelters, and policy gaps that leave tens of thousands stranded. Understanding these urban epicenters is key to forging solutions that must follow. Unpacking the root causes. 3. Bahamian women, the soul of the islands. Step onto the vibrant streets of Nassau or the quiet fishing villages of Andros, and you'll meet the true heartbeat of the Bahamas. It's women. Dressed in vivid print dresses adorned with seashells, their every step chimes like a melody of sand and sea. Their African-style scarves tell stories of heritage and attitude, transforming fashion into a vibrant cultural statement. Instead of whispering "I love you," Bahamians exchange hands. These women are not just beautiful, they're forces of nature, weaving baskets, running businesses, and leading snorkeling tours with a confidence that captivates. In smaller communities, elderly women, known as nannies of the island, guide with gentle wisdom. Their warmth extends to visitors, and with a sense of humor and a love for the sea. You might find yourself charmed into a conversation or even a date. As one local joke goes, fall for a Bahamian woman's smile, and you may never leave. Their spirit is the Bahama's treasure, a reminder that beauty is as much about. Data reporting adds another twist. 17 of Texas's 254 counties fail to submit complete information to the state's Homeless Management Information System, meaning policymakers lack a full picture of who needs help and where. Without accurate guidance, funding and services can miss the mark entirely. Together, these factors create a perfect storm that sweeps thousands into homelessness. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. Behind each statistic is a person, a life derailed. Next, we'll examine the social safety net designed to catch them. The social safety net under strain. Weddings beneath the waves. What if you could say I am surrounded by coral reefs and curious fish? In the Bahamas, love dives deep literally. At Stewart's Cove's Dive Bahamas, couples exchange vows 10 to 20 feet below the surface, oxygen tanks strapped on, swimming to an altar on the ocean floor. Tropical fish dart by as uninvited guests, adding whimsy ceremony. Strapped on, swimming to an altar on the ocean floor. Tropical fish dart by as uninvited guests. With prior registration, these underwater weddings are legally binding, complete with waterproof vow boards and ring exchanges under crystal clear waters. The photos? They're the kind that go viral. Afterward, couples surface to a yacht party, sipping champagne as flowers float on the water and reggae music drifts into a James Bond-worthy sunset. This travel documentary dares you to dream of tying the knot beneath the sea. The Bahamas makes love an adventure. Nonprofits and faith-based organizations step in to fill the void. Mobile medical clinics, donated clothing racks, community kitchens. But they operate on shoestring budgets and inconsistent funding streams. Volunteers work tirelessly, yet the demand continually outpaces capacity. As shelters overflow, Some cities resort to clearing encampments rather than expanding resources, displacing vulnerable populations without offering real alternatives. Is relocating someone from one underpass to another a solution? Hardly. It's a cycle of disruption that undermines stability. The safety net groans under increasing pressure. But it isn't broken beyond repair. In the next section, we'll look at how government agencies are already adapting and investing to turn the tide. What the government is doing now. Red Bay, where time stands still. On Andros Island lies Red Bay, a village untouched by the clamor of resorts or neon signs. No traffic lights, number 24-hour stores, just wooden houses built by hand. Shaded by ancient trees, and alive with the rhythm of goombay drums during celebrations. Here, life moves to the beat of nature, with locals weaving straw into baskets, hats, and bags that find their way to Nassau's markets. Nature, with locals weaving straw into baskets, hats, and bags that find their way to nature. Locals weaving hats. And officials point to year-over-year declines in the chronically homeless population as early evidence of impact. Annual point-in-time counts and mandatory HMS reporting keep agencies accountable, guiding policy adjustments and resource distribution. The Texas Homeless Network convenes quarterly meetings for continuum of care leads across regions, fostering collaboration and best practice sharing. Some public-private partnerships show promise. The Coalition for the Homeless in Houston has teamed up with real estate developers to convert and used commercial buildings into affordable units. These pilots aim to streamline zoning approvals and leverage tax incentives, proving that government and business can work hand in hand. Despite progress, challenges remain, bureaucratic hurdles slow voucher issuance, and stigma can limit community buy-in for new housing projects. Is it enough to sustain long-term change? The answer depends on scaling successes and deepening investments. Up next, we'll explore bold proposals that could reshape how Texas responds to homelessness, sparking hope for a more stable future. Bold proposals for a brighter tomorrow. Shopping by air, a Bahamian ritual. In the Bahamas, shopping is an art form, a social ritual painted in tropical hues. Many locals hop a one-hour flight to Miami, rolling empty suitcases to fill with clothes, perfumes, and even coconut shampoo, returning the same day. It's a pilgrimage of style, but you don't need to leave the islands for deals. Pink Monday. The Bahamian answer to Black Friday transforms Nassau to a buzzing marketplace with discounts that rival New York's holiday frenzy. To Black Friday transforms Nassau streets into a buzzing marketplace with island fashion floral shirts, straw hats, colorful sunglasses never fades, doubling as souvenirs for visitors. Bahamian women craft coconut shampoo exported to the U.S., while local perfumes, scented with sea flowers, grace shelves in Florida and Atlanta. Weddings here are spectacles, often costing over $20,000, complete with junk canoe parades and fireworks. Shopping in the Bahamas isn't just commerce, it's a celebration of life. Junk canoe parades and fire in the Bahamas isn't just commerce, it's a celebration of life. Junk canoe parades and fire in the Bahamas isn't just commerce, it's a celebration of life. Junk canoe parades and fire in the Bahamas isn't just commerce. Conclusion. Texas's promise of boundless opportunity rings hollow for tens of thousands living in tent encampments and crowded shelters. We have traced the crisis from soaring rents and income shocks to overtaxed clinics and policy blind spots, and we've seen local leaders embrace innovative housing-first strategies. Yet the scale of the challenge demands more than incremental tweaks. It calls for a holistic commitment to affordable housing mandates, healthcare expansion, mental health investment, and coordinated data systems. The stories etched on the faces beneath those freeway overpasses remind us that homelessness is not a distant issue, but a close-to-home moral imperative. As viewers of HT Travel Destinations, you've journeyed with us through this hidden side of Texas, and now the question remains, will we stand by, or will we act? It's time to move beyond awareness to action, so that one day, fewer Texans will fight for survival in the shadows, and more will thrive in the light of genuine opportunity.